Saturn and Neptune conjunct in Aries? Illusion? Well, when you look at the real sky, it's telling a different story. Picture this. You are in a group, a retreat of a bunch of people learning about how all this astrology stuff works, how they can use it in their lives and empower themselves. Amazing, right? There's a big banner that says, "Welcome to the age of empowered action." And you're excited. And you're going to hear this everywhere. Saturn and Neptune meet at 0 degrees of Aries. This hasn't happened in 2,000 years. And you have to brace yourself and prepare to take rigorous action when that happens. And all illusion will be dispersed. It will be just burned away. Except when you leave the retreat and you go outside, that's not what's happening in the real sky. And I'm going to go through all of this and showing all the receipts and showing the real sky and why this matters. Why should you pay attention to the stars? Because tropical astrology says it doesn't matter. Well, quantum physics says it does. We are all connected. And the story that's happening with the characters of the planets in the sky and the starscape they are traveling through, that is the story that we are reflecting as below, so above. So on February 20th, 2026, Saturn and Neptune are conjunct at 11 degrees of Pisces. That's right, Pisces. This is true sidereal astrology. That's true stars. This is not Aries. This is not 0 degrees. It is 11 degrees, but this isn't the birth of massive action-taking battle. You're not raising things up. You're not burning things to the ground. It's the end of an illusion, and this is the illusion. Let that marinate in yourself for a second. If you're new here, my name is Beth Hansen, and I'm a certified true sidereal astrology, and my mind was blown out of the air and into the earth in October of 2024 when I discovered Real Sky Astrology, and I've got a handy-dandy little PDF so you can get started with the real sky and find out what the stories really are, what the stars are teaching us through the planets and their passage across our solar system. So grab that free PDF. It's called Unlock the New Zodiac. Okay, this is going deep and bringing things to the surface with the help of Saturn. This is not escapism. It is not confusion. And it is not spiritual bypassing. It's spiritually doing the work. Pisces is an ocean, and the ocean doesn't argue with lies. It doesn't argue with illusion. It actually washes them away. So whatever Neptune is stirring up with that trident in Pisces with the help of Saturn, these are the real things that you need to be working on, because Pisces is about creativity. It is about vision and visionary work. And it is about understanding the give and take between these elements. Saturn is bringing structure to our dreams, not domination, not tearing down. And Neptune is uncovering the deceits, the lies that have been happening. That's what's being stirred up right now. So together, Neptune and Saturn in Pisces are revealing the manipulation, the untruths, and especially anything that isn't aligning to spirit. And you're going to feel it in your heart. You're going to feel it in your belly. You're going to feel it in your third eye, because Pisces is super psychic, and all the clairs, clairaudience, clairvoyance, clairsentience. That is what is bringing the truth to the surface. This is the time we wash away false authority through spirit, through heart, through action. This isn't about going around with our torches and pitchforks or swords and causing a great commotion. It is about going into the fields and tilling them and seeding them and planting what needs to come next and nurturing them over time using water, because water is everything, you guys. This is what is, we are made of water, and water is not weak. When we harness the power of our own personal water and our gnosis, we are strong. It's not about conquest, but this is going to bring consequence to those those who have been abusing power. And Saturn in Pisces, well, it is there to wash away foundations. It is a boat. It is not firmly rooted. This is a hydroponic garden we're starting with before we can get it into some real ground here, okay? But Saturn is also the great teacher and the one who brings up your karma and makes you answer all the tough questions. And it's going to make you look at every area of your life, your belief systems, the institutions that you're involved in, the narratives that you're hearing and following, and what type of leadership is being modeled right now, and spiritual movements. And now you have to ask yourself, is this all real, or did I just really want it to be? So if it was built on illusion, Saturn is in Pisces to wash that away for you. You just need to let it go, because illusion isn't going to be smashed with fire. It's going to be washed away with the tide. This is not the big drama explosion that everybody's been talking about. This is the gentle cradle of an ocean, rocking the boat back and forth, slapping against the sides, allowing things to get washed away. And whatever crap that you're carrying on that boat, you can throw that into the ocean and that will be washed away and recycled as well. But the one truth they are saying, you can't go back once you do that. They're saying there's no going back after this. Yes, there's no going back, because you're never going to find what you gave to the ocean. And you need to give it to the ocean of Pisces and let Neptune sweep it away and connect you with your true values. Because Neptune is in his home, and yes, it might seem foggy sometimes, but the fog does lift, and it reveals where reality has been so distorted, like in a funhouse mirror. What was small is big, and what's big is small, and we don't know what we're looking at. Well, you need to step out of the circus and get into your spirit and embrace your truth. And that's the moment where you will start to feel it in your body. You'll start to find that the mind is aligning with the heart. You're tuning into what the stars and the outer universe are teaching you in real time. And you're able to start tuning out that propaganda, because it's going to be like static and it's going to feel really weird in your head, and your heart will begin to overflow with empathy, kindness, and compassion. We're not talking little compassion. We're talking about radical acts of kindness, opening up your home to people who need a place to stay, opening up the kitchens where people need to eat, serving them food, standing ready to hold people in their moments of despair, and let them know gently with that rocking motion of Pisces, saying things are shifting, things are getting better, and we're in it for the long haul. We're in it with you, because Neptune is going to be there until 2040. I was going to say 1940. I'm just showing a little bit of my age there. That's a long time. That's years away. And yeah, there's going to be parts of this that are going to be really uncomfortable when Saturn asks you to ask yourself the tough questions, and when Neptune is saying, hey, you need to relax into this. You need to embrace kindness. And it might feel itchy. You might feel, oh, but if I could just lash out right now. You want to whip the water? It's not going to go anywhere. You can beat the ocean all you want, and you are not going to get results. But when you embrace the flow, when you embrace the movements of the tides and all those who are with the tide, because the tide is turning, that I can guarantee. And that is the truth. That spirit is teaching us through the stars and the planets in their true placements in the real sky. And you're not alone, because we have a growing community that is riding the tides with you, and we are learning and teaching together and sharing space and laughter and love. Every seeker begins under the same sky, the call of the stars whispering through the branches of night. You follow the light deeper into the forest of the unseen, and there a guide appears, a golden invitation your entry to Zodiac Club 13, the secret celestial lounge, where the night hums with magic, candles flicker, stars shimmer, and your place is waiting. Welcome to the party, where mystics, dreamers, and star lovers gather to celebrate the real sky. Inside, visionaries study the cosmos, hands trace constellations as they truly are, and weave their stories through the cards of destiny. Here, wisdom flows like starlight, every spark a new awakening. You found your circle. Zodiac Club 13, the midnight lounge for seekers of the real sky, filled with 13 signs and timeless magic. So if you're ready to go deeper and join the community in Zodiac Club 13, the link is below. And with that, I just have to tell you, when you look at the real sky and you look at the stars and you incorporate them into your life, you'll see and you'll feel that this isn't the rise of a warrior cycle. This conjunction is marking the new beginning of release and an end of this era totally obsessed with domination and power over others. This is about spiritual power from within that we were promised so many times over the centuries. And this year in 2026 is when humanity begins to remember how we gather together in the real world. Face to face, heart to heart. Physical communities are going to matter more than ever. And the digital noise will just be noise. And our neighbors are going to teach us more about mutual aid. And we're going to realize we don't need strong hierarchy to get things done. And this is where care becomes the revolution that we need. This is the slow, undeniable revival of Mother Earth-based living, local, embodied, connected, real. The illusion that power comes from aggression is dissolving. The illusion that you need a strong man to save you is dissolving. The illusion that separation keeps us safe is dissolving. And here's the part no one else is telling you. Pisces doesn't destroy, it reclaims. It's reclaiming compassion, which is our strength, not our weakness. It's reclaiming spirituality without escapism, without dogma. It's reclaiming leadership rooted in service, not spectacle. We are just being asked to be fully human together as a humanity tribe. Like we've always been. And if that scares the systems that are built on fear, bring it. That is how you know the illusion is cracking. And why all this should matter to you is because energy doesn't just show up out there, it's showing up right here. And it moves through the universe, through Mother Earth, and you can pick it up with your feet by grounding into your body and amplifying your choices. So ask yourself, where have I been living someone else's story? How am I going to move forward and build something real? This is your moment of awareness where we're not talking about a war cry. We are talking about a tide. And once the waves start rolling in, nothing fake survives. Now, I'm not going to say there isn't going to be, some really big kahuna tides there. But with true sidereal astrology, you're going to be able to surf those tides. And we are only getting started. So you're going to want to watch this video next because that puts everything into perspective for how this first part of the year is mapping out. And it's way more powerful. Blessed be, namaste, and all that jazz. I'm Beth, and I'll see you in Zodiac Club 13, or grab that link below and get started by unlocking the Zodiac for yourself. Bye-bye.